Trent Swick went to bed on October 12, 2019 as an insurance executive, raising 3 kids with a clean criminal record. He says the next thing he knew, he was being accused of shooting at 5 people in 2 different cars.
So basically, you remember going to sleep, and the next memory you have
I was in handcuffs 30 miles away.
Swick's toxicology report shows the only substance in his system that night was zolpidem, the generic of Ambien. The FDA-approved sleeping aid warns people it can cause complex sleep behaviors, even sleep driving.
I walked, I would say, no more than 20 feet to my bed. Lights off, doors locked, garage shut, and went to sleep.
Police say Swick fired at 2 random cars along Highway 21 before crashing his truck near Highway B.
I was telling them I was being chased by go-karts or men in go-karts, men in fur coats, men in invisible fur coats. Now, I don't remember any of that.
No one was struck by Swick's gunfire.
Well, what could have happened is so real, and it's a miracle that it didn't. It's almost like I'm sad, not just of what I caused, but what could have occurred, just like that.
Now, he says,
I think that Ambien should be taken off the market.
The drug's medication guide states, after taking Ambien, you may get up out of bed while not being fully awake and do an activity that you do not know you are doing. It continues, some of these complex sleep behaviors have caused serious injury and death. The Ambien defense has been used by celebrities too. Roseanne Barr blamed the sleeping pill for racist tweets that ended her show. Representatives from Sanofi, which makes the drug, did not return emails seeking comment from the Iteam. But they responded to Roseanne's case, stating, quote, racism is not a known side effect.
one of the things that the prosecutor said during the sentencing hearing is that you could have prevented this. Do you agree with that?
I could have by not taking Ambien, yeah.
The night of the shooting wasn't the first time Swick says he experienced side effects, but he says it was the first time it turned violent.
I've never experienced like taking Ambien, going to bed, and waking up in a different room.
In 2010, he purposely stayed awake after taking the pill. His ex-wife recorded him with her cell phone.
It's because you don't believe me whenever I tell you what kinds of things you say.
Prosecutors used that video in court this month as proof that Swick knew the drug altered his reality.
Groundhog's holding out a spatula that has a frog on it. The frog is actually the mastermind.
A forensic psychiatrist testified the video was helpful to Swick's defense. It showed the difference between what happened when Swick was conscious as opposed to when he was asleep, like he was on the night of the shooting.
It doesn't make sense if you're not on it.
He pleaded guilty to reduced assault charges and DWI. Prosecutors did not oppose probation. Judge Vic Mellenbrink did. He sentenced Swick to 7 years in prison. All Swick says he can think about now is how he's no longer just an insurance executive with a clean record.
One of the reasons why I'm upset is because I am now a living example to my kids of what you shouldn't be, and that's a felon. I'm a felon.
Swick will be reporting to prison on December 27th. Despite being sentenced to 7 years behind bars, the law allows him to become eligible for probation in 120 days. None of the victims attended Swick's court hearing and did not submit any impact statements to the judge. For the Iteam, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.